Hello, 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 hello. You guys know that's my greeting. Man, we got a good one today, people. I mean, a real good one. I know you guys are probably surprised. Oh my God, Neil actually did another video within 30 days. So I promised you guys I was going to start doing more videos, more content, because a lot of my clientele is like, Neil, you have so much knowledge. Your team is awesome. So today, for all my first time house flippers, for any of my house flippers that maybe have ran across some problems and things and not go the way you want it, don't give up on the dream. It's out there, it's out there, it's out there. And if you are a successful house flipper, this video is still for you. Almost like kind of like sometimes you just gotta, what they call it, like a reminder. You know, just, oh yeah, make sure, don't forget to do those things. So today I'm going to give you 5 things that every house flipper should be doing, that you need to be doing. I promise you, if you do these 5 things, you'll be very successful. Be very successful. So let's get this ball rolling. Let's get this party going. Anyway, once again, you want to find out more information about myself. I finally got the website up after 5 years being in business. I know my clientele is like, it's about time, but yeah, the madlockfunding website is up. You guys already know my slogan. I've had it for 5 years. Your financial lock and key. The Facebook page was the first thing I opened up 5 years ago, and now I actually have an Instagram page. I have had a YouTube channel about a year and a half. Haven't been posting like I should, but I've been posting more. You know, so this video will be going on YouTube, so make sure you guys check my YouTube channel out, my Instagram. I have a Madlock funding page up too. Of course, I have the website. Website got a picture of my entire team. But today is not about Madlock funding. It is about Neil. Okay, we know who you are. The people that follow me, people that don't follow me, then I have to introduce myself. But Neil, we need those tips. We need those tips. What is Madlock funding going to tell us about? How can I be a successful house flipper? Here are the 5 things you need to know. Now, I'm going to put them in this order, but don't mean that you have to put them in this order. Okay. Number 5 for me is the minute you get the house, what a lot of people don't do. This is the easy one. The minute you get the house, put the house on sale. Wait a minute. Wait, Neil, why would I put the house on sale? Okay, if you want to wait a week or two, once you start the project, once you start the repairs. The reason why you want to put the house on sale, I've seen so many people like get the house, fix it up, then once they put the last nail in the wall, then they want to put the house on for sale. There's no reason to do that. You're basically hurting yourself. So when you, I would say the day you get the house, put it up for sale, or once you get the house and you start the repairs, put the house up for sale at that time. And what will happen is a lot of times while your GCs are in there, boom, boom, knocking out walls, putting up carpet, land tile, whatever you have them doing, redoing the refrigerator bed, whatever you have them doing, a lot of times you'd be surprised. People would drop up on them because you got the for sale sign in the grass and be like, hey, can I take a look around? What do I hear? Yeah, that's music to your ears as a house flipper. That when you can almost have the house sold before you even finish the project. I've listed a lot of my successful house flippers, and a lot of ones that's very successful. This is an old trick that they've been doing for a long time. To the point that, I'm going to tell you how good it can get sometimes if you do this. I had one client actually flip a house. He's in Florida, and it was like, I think a condo or something like that. And make a long story short, people walked in on him, his contractor, while they was doing it, and he had not did the floors yet. And he wanted to put an offer on it, and basically he got in contact with my client and say, hey, I was aware you're going to put this type of floor in. Make a long story short, the floor that he wanted, the tile he wanted to put in the kitchen and throughout the house was actually going to be cheaper than what my client was going to put in the house. So he came out ahead. The labor was still the same because the contractor's going to charge you whatever he's going to charge you for the labor. But bottom line is my client came out ahead and the house was already sold and everybody was happy. So sometimes you might have a person that can actually might request something. Now sometimes if they want to request something that's going to take it over the edge, then you still can put that in there and just mark up the price and the difference in the cost. My point is that I've seen a lot of benefits of people actually being able to sell their house before they even put the house on the market. So that's number 5. That's as soon as you get the repairs going, stick the for sale sign in the grass. You'd be surprised how many people will be willing to look at it right quick. So you just have to. Sorry about this. Somebody was messaging me right now about a deal. Sorry to get that off my screen. But you'd be surprised how many people would just jump on the house before it even gets finished. Next, well, let's get into number 4. The 4th tip would be get you a good GC. Get a good GC. Get a good general contractor. Check out his work. Hey, you can check it out on Instagram or social media. Just check out his work. Another thing you want to do with a good GC, especially if you are a first-time house flipper, you need a good GC because a lot of hard money and private funding, which you guys know I got a lot of private funding. That's what I specialize in. But a lot of hard money private funding companies want you to have a little skin in the game, meaning that you've maybe flipped 2, 3, 4 houses. So these are the 2 things you want to ask your GC, or 3 things you want to ask your GC. You want to see previous work that's done before. Okay? Number 2, you want to ask them, have they fixed and flipped? Not fixed and rented out. You want to ask them, have they fixed and flipped it? It means sold it. If they have sold it, you want to probably have at least 3 to 4 properties in the last 4 years that sold on the MLS. So you want to make sure that they, number 1, they see some of the work before. Number 2, make sure that they have fixed and flipped, not fixed and rented, because if they fixed it up and they held the property and they're renting it out, then the private funders and the hard money people can't see what the house is sold for because they still got the house. So we're talking about houses they have bought, fixed it up, and sold it, and make sure it's on the MLS. And the 3rd thing you want to ask your GC is, have they ever held a title on a property while doing the repairs? They know what that means. That's very important that they have held title before. I'll get into that to a whole nother video, but it's very important. Those are the 3 questions you want to know. You want to look at the previous work. Have they fixed and flipped 3 to 4 houses? Make sure those houses were sold on the MLS. Okay? And the other one, have they ever held title during a repair? Your GC would know exactly what that means. It's basically title stuff that makes the private funders and hard money people feel good. I don't want to go into that. It's very long. You can have to do some research, or I'll give it to you in another video. But your GC would know what that means. Now, how you guys go about it, I've seen some people go partner with the GC. However you want to do it, I'm not going to tell you how to structure your business. But number 4, get a good GC and make sure they can, those 3 questions, okay? All right. Number 3, you got to find a house. You got to find a house. Yes, you have to find a house. Yeah. Sounds easy said and done. Now, this can be very, 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 very important because at some cities, especially in the Texas market, I'm down here in the Dallas or Frisco area and Houston. I do a lot of deals, and pretty much in all the metroplex. Even I got a lot of deals I do down in Nashville. But just if you're in a major city, it's harder to find a house. Now, I'm not saying they don't exist. Harder to find them. And if you do find them, of course, you got to move on it quick. So we'll talk about later how you be able to move faster than everybody else. But you got to move on it quick. You got to be able to find your houses. I can't really give you a lot of tips. I'm not a realtor. Some realtors could probably help you with this. Get into these different groups that can help you find the different properties. I do know a couple of companies that specialize in getting people property. I'm not going to say a couple of their names because people that do business with me, that I help them with the funding, I send them to these groups. But yeah. You do business with me, trust me, I know some people that can get you some houses. But yeah, seriously, you need to find someone that can help you find houses. So make sure that's the 3rd thing you get. Get in the group or someone. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Be careful of a lot of these. Sign up for this amount of money and we're going to give you a list of houses with the property, or sign up for this program, we fix a flip, all that type of stuff. I mean, here I'm giving you a lot of free knowledge, and only thing I want out is that you do business with me. If you don't do business with me, then cool, no problem. But just be careful because they know a lot of people might have the money, or they know people want to get out here and make money. And the hardest part of it, I will probably say, me personally, the hardest part is probably finding the house. I've had some people say, no, Neil, the hardest part is getting the funds. That's why we come to you, because you got so much funding programs. But anyway, number 3, finding the house. Number 2, here's a little nugget that a lot of people be, oh. All right. When you get a house, and let's say, remember I said number 5, put the house on the market. Number 2 is a little nugget. You are not able, I don't care who you are not able to sell any house to anyone through a FHA program if you've not had the house for more than 91 days. Some places 6 months, but 91 days. I have lenders that they'll do it after 91 days. That's why a lot of people come to me. So anyway, that's another thing. Yeah, but 91 days. It's pretty much across the board, but sometimes some banks actually ask for 6 months. But I have lenders that do 91 days. So sometimes 91, sometimes 6 months. Bottom line that if a person, let's say you get the house and you're fixing it up and you get an offer from someone and their offer is their FHA approval. I'm not saying not to do business with them. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that do not put the application or do not order the appraisal until after 91 days. So you can do the appraisal, not the appraisal, you can do the application, they can get the pre-approval, but they shouldn't request the appraisal until after 91 days. I'm trying to help y'all with the loopholes here. This is 25 years of me being in the mortgage experience. I know all the loopholes. So I'm not saying, I repeat, if you have a buyer that's FHA, and all I'm saying, if you just got the house and it's been less than 91 days, you can start the process with them. But you cannot order the appraisal to after 91 days. That's a whole nother can of worms, and the video will get a little longer, but the 91 days, every appraisal has an FHA have what they call with a case number. That case number is locked on that particular property for 91 days. Really 6 months, but like I said, in the loophole, 91 days. Anyway, so, because the FHA is a government, lending institution, I guess you could say, or however you want to put it, not a lending institution, but it's government regulated. There you go. They are very strict. They don't care who you are. They don't care if you got an 800 credit score or a 580 credit score. They don't care if you got $5 million in the bank. They're not bending that rule for nobody. I can promise you that. They've not bending that rule. So just make sure that the person that you're selling to, if they are FHA, that you do not order their appraisal till after 91 days. Because if you do order the appraisal before 91 days, the days that you bought the house, that deal will be dead. And then you, as a house flipper, have lost 3 months of your house on the market, and now you got to find a new buyer. So, giving you that free information. And the number one thing that every house flipper got to have, of course, is what? You got to come to madlockfunding. What did y'all think number 1 was going to be? Come on, man. Y'all want to see that? I know you guys saw that coming. I know you guys had to see that coming. Why should you come to madlockfunding? Number 1, I used to be an underwriter at Chase Bank, so I know how to set up deals. As far as if the person that's coming to you don't have funding, want to buy the house, I can help them too. But I just want to talk directly to my house flippers. I just want to talk to my house flippers. This is why. In this game of house flipping, number 1, you have to have skins in the game. So that's why you want your GC. Because the house flipper would like to know if you have some experience. Number 2, you have to have capital. So a lot of times people have the ideas. They might even have the credit, which in private funding, credit score does not matter, which I talked about that before in my previous video. But they don't have the funding for the closings. That's why a lot of people come to me to get the unsecured loans so they can have the closing costs. Then, once you do find the house you want, we do have the private funding. So the private funding can get you approved and take care of everything and get you to the finish line too. Also, the private funding that my guys go through with no credit scores and the loan will not report on your credit report. If for some reason they won't touch it, then I have a bunch of other lenders with which is hard money companies that would definitely that are very serviceable too. My hard money companies, like any other my hard money company, they're gonna want you to have a 650 credit score. Private funding, you guys already know, no credit score. Don't care about DTI. They don't look at tax returns. They're just gonna run your social to make sure that you don't have any tax lien. That's it. There is no application. There's pretty much, as a millionaire, just say, I like that deal. He said, well, Neil, how do I get that program? You text me the address, telling me how much the house is selling for. Text me the address, how much the repairs, and how much the ARV, and that's all I need. And pretty much in 24 hours, I can tell you yes or no. If my private funder wants to close on it, how you pay for the appraisal, $550, and we're done. If my private funder would not do it, then we go to traditional hard money lending, which would be like 10% down. Private funding is going to be 5% down on its sales price, and we cover all the repairs as long as you're under 70% of the loan to value. So it's less money you bring to the table when you do business with me. Truly the ultimate streamlined funding you can get for hard money. We make it simple. We actually don't care if you don't have any type of, I guess you could say, history of flipping houses, as long as your general contractor do. We really do make it easy, my team. And if for some reason one of my private funders would not be able to do it, then I do have other lenders to just do the traditional hard money. Traditional hard money means 650 credit score, and they want to see the last 2 months of bank statements. And they, of course, to get the ball really, really going, earnest money contract and sales contract, things along that matter. But I try to make sure that the hard money companies that I deal with are very streamlined too. Not a lot of stuff you got to do. So pretty much everyone I do business with, I like a fast, easy process. Not a lot of paperwork. I know houses come on the market fast and they go fast, and you guys gotta have answers fast. So pretty much every person I do business with, it is truly, truly streamlined to the T when it comes to flipping houses. People that buy houses, the residential side, that's a little bit longer, but this is not about my people buying houses. This is about my house flippers. So recap 5 things you need to know to flip a house. What? Put the house on the market. Put it up for sale the day you get it. Okay. Number 4, get you a good GC. Number 3, find the house. You got to find the house. I got my little notes over here. You got to find the house. Number 2, FHA. Not saying to stay away from them, but do not order the appraisal till after 91 days you've had the title in your name. 91 days. And then number 1, you got to have funding. Madlock Funding. Come see me. Who else would you not? Why would you not want to do business with me? I'm going to make the process fun. A lot of energy. We're going to have laugh. I'm going to take care of all the stress. You just find the property. I do all the work. Me and my team, we make things easy for you. So anyway, this video is one longer than most of my videos. You guys know what I'm about to tell you. Before you go find the property of your dream, come to me for the loan of your dream. Madlock Funding, your financial lock and key. Thank you for your time and have a good day.